Good morning, Red Line. I'm Evan, and welcome back to RLA-TV. We have some important announcements for you today, so please listen up. Let's start off the day with a weather update for tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, the weather will be a high of 45 degrees and a low of 34 degrees. Tomorrow will be a high of 44 degrees and a low of 31, with a chance of rain later in the day. For some holly and jolly school news, let's talk about the spirit days for the week. First, today's Rudolph Red, wear red. Tomorrow's cuddly sweater, wear your cozy sweater. Wednesday's winter wonderland, wear blue or snowflakes. Thursday's holiday havoc, wear lots of accessories with holiday wear. And lastly, Friday, Grinch green, wear green or dress like the Grinch. The Pride Committee and cafe staff will be selling hot chocolate and chocolate chip cookies on Wednesday, December 10th and Wednesday, December 17th during AP. Hot chocolate and cookies are $1 each. The Red Line Musical is doing a fundraiser at Chipotle on Wednesday, December 10th from 4 to 8 p.m. 25% of the money will be donated to the musical, and you can check the flyer for the online good. Let's look at the sports starting this week. The varsity bowling team goes against Spring Grove at 2:30 p.m. Next up, the basketball girls. The 7th and 8th grade teams go against Middletown at 3:45 and 5 p.m. respectively. Wish good regards to our athletes. The Brain Break games continue. Let's take a look at the teaser.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brain Break, the only game show that could feature you. I'm Lane, your glorious host, and we're back with December for a brand new, what's the word I'm looking for?
Set of games.
Set of games. Yeah, sure. Tournament. Let's say like that. Our two contestants we have
Emery Wilson.
and we have awesome. So say hi to each other, guys, because you're not enemies. For the viewers at home, everyone watching this, we know we have math, science, and history as our trivia categories. But for this month, we're trying something a little different. We're adding a fourth, English category. Spelling. I'm gonna give you a word and I'm gonna spell it. You guys ready?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we're both now.
Isn't that just the effort?
Now, let's look at the pets in the halls with Justin right now.
Everybody rock with me because I'm up now.
Alright, I'm here with
Hunter.
Okay, so what kind of pet do you have?
I have a cat.
Alrighty, and what kind of breed of cat is it?
American short hair.
Alrighty, and what's the name of the cat?
We'll leave it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Everybody rock with me because I'm up now.
Good morning. My name is Nevin Nipper, and I will be interviewing my pet, Salem.
Alrighty. So, what kind of pet is Salem?
Salem is a black house cat. She is a bit smaller, but our family always loves her. Even if my stepdad just bullies her.
Okay. Well, it was very nice to meet you and meet your pets.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Finally, there's an interview about Quinn about graphic arts.
So, what is this class?
This class is graphic arts, so pretty much that's a fancy way of saying that we do graphic design and also print production as well. So just doing both at the same time there, you're able to not only design, but make cool stuff as well and learn the skills to do so. Yeah, so we use Adobe Illustrator, which is the industry standard for creating and graphic design. So in which case, Adobe Illustrator, the $1 million graphic designers are using Adobe Illustrator right now, and that's the program we use. So it's all the same, just really connecting to the actual real world. Besides designing in Adobe Illustrator, you'll also learn screen printing, printing with digital computers, printing with mass production printers, embroidery, laser engraving. So pretty much every way that you could ever think of how a design is produced. I mean, you're even wearing a design on your shirt right now. Somebody had to design that and make it. So that's kind of what we teach, not just for t-shirts, but everything. Alright, so the number one is clearly graphic design, but graphic design has kind of really widened over the past few years. Like, everything's content. You go onto TikTok, you go onto Instagram, that's content. Somebody probably had to design that. Now, I know there's a conversation to be had about AI, but if I'm being honest, like, AI can help get ideas, but as far as a final product, almost everything that it spits out as a final product is borderline trash. So somebody's got to be there to clean it up. Somebody's got to be there to actually, tell the process what to do. And then on top of it, you could be designing from scratch, and that could go into live entertainment. That could go into broadcasting. That could go really anywhere. Any type of content that you see, chances are there's a graphic designer behind the scenes in some way creating that. Yeah, thank you.
In local news, a renewed effort is underway that would allow local police to use radars as means of speeding enforcement. Currently, PA is the only state that does not allow municipal police departments to use radars, while state police can use radars. Many people oppose this law because they believe it's just another opportunity for police departments to get money. However, officials say it is solely to enforce safety. Either way, it's a good idea to avoid speeding on the road, especially in populated areas. It's not worth a potential ticket, or at worst, an avoidable accident. For more local news, a multi-vehicle crash was just cleared on I-83 this morning. This crash caused major delays. It has not been shared as to how the crash occurred, but thankfully, no injuries were reported. Here's some U.S. news that informs us the mood of consumers improved slightly in December with somewhat lower inflation expectations, the University of Michigan stated. The University Consumer Sentiment Index rose from 53.3 to 51 in November. Director Juan Zhu wrote, expectation improved, led by a 13% rise in expected personal finance, with improvements visible across age, income, education, and political affiliation. There was a little good news on inflation as the Bureau of Economic Analysis on Friday recently released the September Personal Consumption Price Index. This data was delayed because of the government shutdown, but the index showed inflation running at a 2.8% annual rate after August's 2.7 reading. In world news, the Louvre has experienced a recent leak just weeks after the robbery of many crown jewels in broad daylight. According to the BBC, the museum deputy reported about 300 to 400 books and more to come were ruined by the leak, which was found in the historical site around late November. With future plans to fix the known leak next year, the good news was that some important books in the Egypt section weren't ruined after all. Furthermore, the books will be restored and no other artifacts were ruined, shared Mr. Steenback to the Agence France Presse. The state issue is told to be the third occurrence at the Louvre at the time. To further update on the jewel incident, the museum has since not received any stolen goods and restored their most valuable jewelry in the Bank of France for now. I'm Evan, and these have been your RLA-TV announcements. Stay tuned for birthdays. Have a microwave Monday, and stay safe, Redline.